What is up, X Army? It's Dox here, bringing you another Wi-Fi battle. This one's gonna be against Sazandoring, and it is for Elo's Tourney, round 1. Sorry that the vid is a bit laggy, my Camtasia is giving me a hard time, so yeah, hopefully he doesn't get too bad. So yeah, as you can see, I changed my team a bit, so let's see how it goes. I'm gonna lead with my Luxus, which I just insert into this team because I had kind of a problem with water types while testing it, and he's gonna lead off with his Drapion. That's it. So I'm a Scarfed Raikou. So the first turn I'm not gonna overpredict, just go for the Volt Switch, although I know that he has the Torterra and he ends up going on for it, but I didn't want to overpredict this soon. So yeah, I know he's kind of gonna go either for the Stealth Rocks or the Earthquake, and since I don't want Raikou to take an Earthquake or any other Pokemon, I'm gonna go into Wendy, I forgot the thing's name, Altaria, and go for the Toxic, but he predicts that, and he goes into his Scorpio. By the way, he's using a Beyblade theme team, and as you know, I'm using Fairy Tail. So I'm gonna switch into Jura, predicting like, I don't know, the Toxic Spike. I think that's what I predicted because I want to spin them away. So that's what I'm gonna do next turn. I know he's probably gonna be afraid of the Earthquake, but he ends up packing the Ice Fang, which I didn't see coming, but since I'm max HP, max defense, and that isn't stab, I'm gonna be able to leave it. So I don't spin this time. I predicted to switch, so to cripple whatever poke he brought in, I go for the knockoff, but he ends up staying in, which is fine too. I get rid of his leftovers, so he doesn't have any type of recovery, which is nice on the long run. So he's gonna bring in his Starmie, and this, I'm really scared of this thing because I don't really know how I'm gonna handle it. So I know he's gonna either go for the Surf or the Ice Beam. So I'm gonna switch out into my Jirachi. This is a Calm Mind. No, not in. I go into Wendy because I'm pretty sure he's gonna go for the Water type move, which ends up being Hydro Pump. It isn't gonna do too much because I resist it, and judging by how much stab life for Hydro Pump did to Wendy, I thought maybe I could leave an Ice Beam, just maybe, because I know I'm 4 times weak to it, but I do a max HP, max special defense, plus it's on stab, so yeah, but I don't end up taking it. So here I'm gonna bring in my Luxus, and in case he predicts me to go for the Volt Switch, I'm gonna go for the Shadow Ball because he will take out the Starmie and he will damage his Torterra, and he ends up predicting me to go for the Hidden Power Ice and stayed in because I do pack it, but I don't think I had revealed it to it, so I don't know why he stayed in that. Maybe he wasn't expecting me to be Scarfed, but yeah, I am. So now he's gonna bring in his Terrakion, and I'm gonna switch into my Donphan to pretty much scout what this Terrakion is, and judging by how much Unstab Earthquake did, I don't really know if he's banded or Scarfed, but I'm thinking he's maybe banded, just because Donphan really has a good defense, plus I'm max defense and HP, so I'm gonna take this opportunity to set up my rocks. As he switches in his Hydreigon, predicting my Earthquake, which didn't work out for me because I get my rocks up, and rocks are always nice. So I'm gonna bring in Jelal, my Jirachi, predicting the Surf or the Draco. I know I can take both of those. and that does a lot. I'm max HP, max defense, I'm a calm mindset, wish calm mind, and he does a really good amount, so I'm pretty sure he is specs, because that is unstab, that this is max HP Jirachi, and it's Jirachi, for God's sakes, that this thing can take it forever. So I'm gonna go for a wish on the switch, just because to scout pretty much would in what he was gonna go for, and he ends up going into his Dranzer. Now I should have gone for the T-Bolt, because I have Psyshock and T-Bolt on this Jirachi, predicting the roost, but I was really afraid of the flamethrower, and I didn't want to take the chance of him going for the flamethrower and taking me out. So I'm gonna go into Natsu. I just switched Darmanitan for Infernape, just because of my team being weak to Stealth Rocks. That way I don't take as much from Stealth Rocks, and it works better on this team, at least I think. So I'm gonna go for the U-turn, thinking he's gonna switch afraid of the Stone Edge, which I don't actually pack. But he doesn't. He stays in and goes for the Air Slash, which was a really risky play, because if I had the Stone Edge, he would be dead by now. So here I predict him to go again into his Torterra, so I'm gonna lock myself into Eden Power Ice, and since Torterra doesn't have a good special defense, is more bulky on the defensive side, I am gonna be able to take him out with an unstab, 4 times super effective in the Power Ice, which is nice. And even if he had stayed in with his Moltres, since it's neutral, I think he would have done a reasonable amount, so I was pretty much safe to go for it, because his team, looking at it right now, is pretty weak to Ice type moves. So yeah, my Weavile is gonna come into play in this match. That's what I was thinking during the entire match. So I'm going to Jura just to scout what he's gonna go for, and he goes for the close combat, and judging by how much that did, I am pretty sure right now, watching the recording, that he is banded, but at the time, since Sazandora, I was sure Sazandora was specs, I was like 100% sure that this thing was scarfed, but it's not, because I didn't run damage calcs, so I wasn't able to see. So during the whole match I'm going to be afraid of this thing being scarfed, which is not, as banded. So I'm going to go into Infernape, because I'm pretty sure that Iron Fist, Mach Punch boosted by Iron Fist, Stab and Banded will be able to take him out at -2, but he brings in his Moltres, and that is a Stab, Iron Fist, Banded, Mach Punch, and that doesn't do jack shit to that Moltres, which Moltres is a bulky mother effer, so yeah. So he's gonna stay in. I'm gonna switch out into my Luxus, because I am locked into Mach Punch, and a second one won't take him out, plus he can go for the Air Slash and take me out. So I'm gonna bring in my Luxus and go for the Volt switch, because he doesn't have his Torterra left. So in case he switches, I can keep my offensive momentum going, which will be nice. But he makes a good play. Let's see his what's his name, Moltres, Dranzer, faint in order for him to have the switch advantage. So now I'm gonna bring in my Natsu, and he switches into his Scorpio, and I go for the U-turn, because I think, yeah, I want to sorry about the black screen here, because while recording it, this was laggy and it was taking a lot of time to record. So yeah, I'm gonna go for the U-turn. I don't know what I was predicting, maybe the earthquake, but they already showed me Ice Fang, so yeah, I don't know. So what matters is that I bring in Gray, my Weavile, and I'm gonna go for the Ice Punch. And looking at it, pretty much a 2-hit KO, and he packs the Ice Fang, and I'm like, okay, so his other move is probably like Crunch or something. So I'm gonna set up a Swords Dance just to have an extra sorry, an extra attack, and he ends up having the Pursuit. So his Pursuit, Ice Fang, Toxic Spikes. I'm not seeing what his fourth move could be, because I don't really see this set. I think I've never saw it. So now I'm gonna predict me to go for another Swords Dance, and I am gonna go for the Ice Punch, predicting the Hydreigon to come in, or the Terrakion. That would work for both. In case the Terrakion come in, since at this point I'm thinking he's Scarfed, that way I would be able to take him out and clean up the rest of his team. What I don't know is that it isn't Scarfed, it's actually banded. So my Weavile is gonna be able to sweep the rest of his team. So GG Sazandoring, that was a fun match. I move on to round 2 of Elo's Tourney. Woo! Awesome. So yeah, if you guys are in the tourney, please let me know in the comments and tell me which theme did you choose. As for me, you know that's Fairy Tail. There's a reason behind all my pokes nickname. So yeah, that's pretty much it. It's gonna be a good game. So that's it for today, guys. I'll see you next time. Doc signing out. Peace.